Let me see if I can find Jupiter. Right now, the sun sets at, where am I? Oh, no, wait, okay, sun sets at 7:42. So the sun is setting right now. Jupiter.
Telescopes looming to target. Telescope slew complete.
Okay, let me see if I can put a filter in. Okay, so let's. Okay. I have real low power tonight. Because I have a focal reducer in the camera. If I took the focal reducer out, this would be a lot better. But the sun just set, so it's going to be a while before Let me change the tracking rate to sidereal. I'm right now on lunar, so let's go to sidereal and set. So now I'm on sidereal. Okay. And then let me
Telescope synced.
okay. So let's do a white balance on Jupiter. Okay. It is just too small with the focal reducer to see anything. Okay. It's going to be a while before we'll be able to see anything until this is on the western hemisphere and Saturn is still on the eastern. Okay, let's see.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
Just went to Antares.
Telescope synced.
Well, that wasn't Antares. That was
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
that's going to be the Tree Nebula. Right at the top of the tree. Right now I'm looking at the Tree Nebula, I think, folks.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
I'll go back to Antares.
Telescope synced.
Okay. Well, folks, we have to wait for it to get dark because according to Sky Tools, the sun set at 7:42, which was 10 minutes ago. So we have a while before it gets dark enough to do anything. I doubt if I can.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
Telephone pole nebula. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. We are waiting for dark. Plus, the sky was not that clear earlier, so we'll have to see. But I got M22 in the field of view. But sky is too blue. Let me see if any more of that haze has drifted in. May end up being a nice night. Also, the camera is connected at USB 2 speed. I damaged my USB 3 cable the other day and the replacement has not shown up. So you can see that the camera is connected at USB 2 speed, not USB 3. Go back to Lambda Sagitt at the top of the teapot.
Telescope slewing to target.
There's Lambda.
Telescope slew complete. Telescope synced.
So until we get a little bit darker background, all we can do is just look at a star until then. According to Sky Tools. Okay. Twilight's, without the moon, twilight would be about 8:30 or so, and end of twilight, about a half an hour. Let me get my Batinov mask out so I can focus on the star while I'm waiting for darkness. Let's see if I can go back to 22.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
I mean, there's a hint of something right in the middle, but it's going to take a little bit more time for the sky to get darker. Gain is 1, and what's the exposure? No, I don't want to bend. Okay. Let me get the right color. I want that color. So I have a hint of M11 in the middle of the field of view. Just give me about another 20 minutes so the sky background can get dark. I'm going to pause the recording for now. Let me try one.
Telescope slew complete.
Let me go to 1 second exposure. That's 1 second with minimum gain. So one sec. Sorry. Not a lot I can do about that. Let me see if I can do a white balance and see what it does. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing anything, and I looked out about 7, I don't know, and it was a lot of hazy stuff to the west. So I said, oh, what the heck, I'll try. See, that focus doesn't look good. I don't know. Um, oh, it's definitely a blue sky. So now I got gain too. Still, it's low gain because gain goes all the way to 50. Tell me what happens when I average a few. I'm going to go to set affinity, Control Alt Delete, S Manager, Details, Cam Sky, set affinity, none, 3, OK, minimize. Okay. So now I'm averaging 3. Yeah, that it didn't look bad. I think the red spot was just starting to come on, but I had the focal reducers in this camera, so it was minuscule. Even when I zoomed into maximum of 400%, it was still not much. Now let's see if I can push the gain up a little bit more. Let's go to gain. Gain 2.5. Let's see what happens. Something's not right. Yeah, it's too fine. So the gain is what, 2? Okay, gain 2.5, and I'm still at 1 second. When does it get dark around here? I'm guessing it'll get dark around 8:30, 8:40. The moon will then be down about 20 degrees, and it'll be below some of the trees in the west. Okay, so let's see. Let's try a little bit more gain. Let's go to that's gain 4. It's not bad considering the sensitivity of this camera. I might have to run some of these through astrometry.net to see what kind of a field I get. And then I'll try calculating what the effective F ratio is. Because the scope is a native F8 and I have that inexpensive focal reducer in it. A 10mm spacer, a 5mm spacer, and the nose piece. So I have about 35mm of spacers between the focal reducer and the camera. Well, we're close. I'm going to go to M28.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
That's M28. Let me see how the elevated the pier a little bit. Okay. So let me push the gain some more now that it's getting darker. I'm going to go to around 7. I'm going to reduce the saturation. So I'm at gain 7 now, right? Let me gain 7. Still 1 second. Maybe I can put what the target is in the field of view. I think this camera is always in high conversion. I'll move it down to where the tab is, conversion gain, and it's clicked high, but I don't think you can't select the low conversion gain. It's always high. But M28, 1 second. What time is it now? 8:23. Let's move over to the
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
I always go to an open cluster next to lagoon and not the lagoon.
Telescope slewing to target.
There's lagoon. Okay.
Telescope slew complete.
So let me now try and go into 10. 8, 9, 10. Gain 10. Where's the histogram? So let me change that. Erase. Erase. Gain 10. Okay. So where is the histogram? Okay, lagoon, 1 second. Let me change the name to protect. Lagoon. Okay. 1 second exposure. Gain 10 out of 50. 20%. Okay. I haven't tried yet what Matt's been doing. Combining stacks of different settings. Might have tweaked it a little bit too much. Let me go back. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Well, maybe I'll try to change the exposure to 2 seconds. Stop the stacking. Let's go to 2000 milliseconds. Whoa, B. Okay, now let me go back to the average stack. Enable. And this is 2 seconds. Gain 10. So let's see. Eraser. O. Bam. Color. Ion. 2 seconds. Okay. Interesting. Hey, Matt. No. I mean, like, I didn't even apply a dark. I had a dark I took last week, or who knows. Let's see. Black dark. Let's see. Import a dark. It's probably not going to be right. Is that it there from the second? Open, enable. Who knows? I applied a dark I did 12 days ago. It's not a good match. But let me try raising the gamma a little bit. Let me go to 1.45. That might have been too much. Yep, I definitely. Go back down to 1.3 and lower the. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the gain, Matt, is 10 out of 50, so 20% gain. What time is it now? I can probably take off the waiting for darkness because it's probably gonna. It won't get really dark until the moon sets, but okay. Really not bad for 2 seconds. Lagoon Nebula. Title's in the top right corner. And I will have to calculate the effective F ratio after I grab a picture and send it through astrometry. Like I said, the scope is native F8. I got the 0.5 focal reducer, 15 millimeters of spacer, and the nose piece screwed onto the front of the camera. So about 35 millimeters of spacers between the focal reducer and the camera itself. But pretty nice. Well, let me see. I'm going to stop the stacking and I'm going to go to the tripod, which is right above it.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
Let me stop the clipping on the. And where's the blue? Raise the blue too much, then it's going to. Okay, let's do some average stacks on this. Okay. Yeah, the blue reflection nebula around the top, the bright star, it's not coming out that well. The red is not bad though. Oh, and let me change the title. Also, as I mentioned earlier, I'm connected at USB 2 speed instead of USB 3. Because my replacement cable to replace the one where I yanked it out the back of the camera last week has not arrived yet. So I basically put a 3-foot extension whip on the end of my USB 2 cable, and that's why I have USB 2 speed. Okay. Okay, where do I see the frame rate? Okay. I'm surprised it's not showing up. It's not showing up. It should be showing up at the bottom. I don't see it. Hmm. And have the frame rate set to low. It doesn't indicate the frame rate. Okay, where's that? I'm pretty close to center. So let me sync on the tripod.
Telescope synced. Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
And that's a possibility. Let me see, am I in the shutter opening totally? Yeah, perfect. Okay. I can't get used to an upside down swan. Where's the flip? That's better. Okay. And now let's do stacking. So I got it the way I like it. So let me lower the white point. Yes, it's getting darker. Let me see where the moon is. It should be behind the trees. No, it's not. Oh, wait. Well, the moon's surrounded by a cloud. I can see the moon setting behind the trees, but it's a little cloudy. This is not bad for 2 seconds. Yeah, Rock's been spending more of the time with the DS10C. I wanted to try some more with this camera. I got another shipment of these coming in tomorrow, I think. I sold out of all of the ones, the 15 I'd gotten initially. Yeah, I'm pleased with the way this looks. Glad to see you back, Mac. Back, Matt. Say that fast. Well, I gotta change the name. How about Swan Nebula? So, Matt, are there any big cliffs in Iowa? My brother was asking me after watching a movie where young Kirk drove the car over the cliff. He doesn't remember there being any cliffs in Iowa. Was that poetic license being taken? Uh-oh. I don't have my brother's a walking encyclopedia. I wouldn't have known yes or no. Because I had the shirt on when he came in after work. Okay. He was looking at the shirt you sent me and just kind of chuckling. Okay, off to the Eagle.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
It's there. It's not. I might have to bump something up with this. Let me try the averaging first. I mean, it's definitely. Oh, now I got to flip it again. Okay. Come on. Okay, now the Eagle's flying upright. I'm going to change the exposure now. So let's go to. Oh, that was 2.5 seconds. Not really 2. Go to 4 seconds. That's too much. Let's go to 3 seconds. Huh. Hmm. I gotta try to. See my stuff in. Can't tell if I'm above the telephone pole or not. There's the tree. Yeah, I'm clearing the telephone pole. My observatory is about 30 feet from the back corner property line, and the electric company put a pole in the neighbor's yard right there. So let me see if I can darken this up a little. And I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna try average stacking 5 and see what it does. I was doing 3 before. So now this is, I gotta change everything. It's eraser force X. Four seconds. And Eagle Nebula. Okay. Let me get this to the center because it's not quite centered. Let me stop the. Let's see, west. Yeah. Turn off the process. And let's have. Pretty nice. Okay, where is it? Um, 'Should go back 2. Let me see, what is my tracking rate? Yeah, I'm on sidereal. Okay. Yeah. Wanted to make sure I changed to sidereal. Azimuth. Right now I'm at azimuth 160. Okay, so let me sync on. You get more resolution with a bigger scope, Matt. That's for sure.
Telescope synced.
So I'm synced on the Eagle right now. So, and I'm averaging 4 seconds. Let me go off to the wild duck. Click, click. There's M11.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
Don't think I need 4 seconds for this. Okay. So let me go down to. Oh, that's 3 seconds, not 4 seconds. I keep messing up. Keep messing up. Eraser, eraser. Yellow. Two seconds. And then eraser, eraser. Bam, bam. Hold up, M11. Okay, and then let me go down here. Oh, very nice. Screw them, M11. Let me get a DS.
Operation completed.
Hi, Ski. We're looking at M11 right now, but I may go over this little open cluster, NGC 6704. It's not too far away. It's like if you were on a planet orbiting a sun in a globular star cluster, would you ever have nighttime? Or are the stars far enough apart that you would still have night? or at least twilight. So the next thing I'm going to try, I haven't looked at this before. NGC 67, what was it, 67? Did I say 84? I can always correct it. Let's see, which is it? NGC 67. Oh, son of a gun. Yes, I am. I'm using that $50 focal reducer. NGC 6704. That $50 focal reducer comes with a 25 mil GSO optics, the same people that make the rich accretions for rock. 1 1/4. This camera is a 1 1/4, so it works perfectly. But it comes with a 25 millimeter extension ring, and when I put the 25 millimeter extension onto the nose piece, that was about 45 millimeters of separation between the focal reducer lens and the camera, and there was a lot more distortion at the edges of the fields. So the night I didn't use the supplied 25 millimeter extension, I used a 10 millimeter and a 5, and then the nose piece. So I have 35 millimeters of spacing total. 35? Yeah, instead of 45. But now I'm going to move over to that other little cluster, which is like less than a degree away. Slew to and center.
Telescope slew into target. Telescope slew complete.
Well, that's not much of a cluster. I'm going to get the information on it and I'll put it up. Open cluster. Magnitude 9.3. 5 minutes of arc. 9,700 light years from Earth. And it's 72 million years old. If you get too much separation, you can get some coma at the edge as well as vignetting. And I did get some coma that was obvious. Not so much the vignetting, but I got a lot of coma. The sensor is small. It's only 6.3 millimeters. Let me see if I could find. Serpens cauda aquila. Where is 6520 located? Let me do a search. Okay, search. NGC 6520. 6520. Object information. Open cluster in Sagittarius. Oh, it's near Saturn. Whoa, okay. Where did that go? Action. View Atlas. and see which side of the meridian it's on. Oh, that means a meridian flip. Eek. Oh, that's a small one. 60. You said 6520, right? Okay. Let's see how good my go-tos are. I'm going to do a meridian flip now. Slew to and center.
Telescope slewing to target.
Oh no. It didn't do a meridian flip. It's right.
Telescope slew complete.
It might be right above the tree. Okay. Boy, we're in the light pollution there. And here comes the satellite zipping through. Boy. Color balance. And let me change the slew rate from 1x to 12x. Okay. What's that number? I got to put it in there. 6520. Okay, let me erase this. Where's my eraser? And then 10G. Let me get a DSS image in Sky Tools and see what it does. Get a DSS image at cursor, plot image in view, get the thing. Okay.
Operation completed.
Yes, there is a dark nebula right. What orientation? Oh, yeah. I see it, Matt. Where's my little... Is that what you meant? It's right there. The dark nebula. Let me see if I can darken it up any. Let me push the... Let me do some... Oh, I haven't even started average stacking. Let me average stack. And let me turn off... Let me erase that. You can see especially the dark lobe near the bottom. Just to the right of those two bright stars, two vertical stars, as you can see it. Well, I can try bumping the exposure. So let's see. Click. Exposure right now is 2 seconds, so let's go to 3,000. The thing is, I'm down in the light pollution of Slidell, Louisiana. Okay, but okay, well, let's see if I can raise the black point and enable average stacking. Yeah, I got a city of about 35,000 due south of me. And let me change the description to be 3 seconds. But yeah, that dark nebula next to it is really nice. I think I have a little bit of vignetting. You can see some of the light fall off into corners now. So I have too much spacing. But yeah, there's tons of stars in there. Any other suggestions? I'll raise the black to about 200 and see what happens. The image here. Let me see what else I have around here. Now a 13th magnitude stellar planetary. Nope, not going there. What is this? Globular cluster there's a globular right next to it. NGC, what is it? 6540. I'm going to go for that next. So let me erase NGC 6540 coming up. NGC 6540. Okay, and
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
oh, it looks like the star, it's out of focus. That's not a very dense globule.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
I lost my slew cursor. Where did the slew cursor go? Son of a gun. Okay, evening, Terry. I didn't see you there. Okay, well, let's see. Where was I? I was heading. Where's M? Is M30 up? M30. How low is M30? Okay.
Telescope slewing to target.
That may be too low. Yeah, that's
Telescope slew complete.
I'm looking at the base of the dome, unless I can get it high enough to clear. No. Nope. That's not going to make it. So that's too. I love M30. I call it the mosquito, but not going to cut it tonight. It's too low. I'm going to go to M2, which is higher. So let's see if
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
there's M2. Okay. Don't think I need 3 seconds for M2. Let's go 20, and then let me go to 1500, which is a second and a half. And let me get it centered. Too much. Okay. That's off. Change the name. Eraser. Pump. 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 M2. And it is eraser. Pump. Pump. 1.5 seconds. Maybe I have to go with the longer exposures. Oh, maybe I have to lower the gamma to 1.2 maybe. Okay. It's not. I'm gonna bump the exposure and speed to 2 seconds. 2000. That blows out the core. Let me go back. I like the 1500. So now,
Telescope synced.
the 1.5 seconds, and the gain is at 20%. Where's the histogram? I could lower the white a little bit, get it a little bit brighter. I go to 150 maybe. Oh, I'm clipping the black. And now let me do some average stacking at 1.5 seconds. Okay. Okay, here comes the interactive atlas again. Son of a gun. Let me get it out of the way. God, okay, the galaxies are starting to come up now. This is only what? How far? I'm 28 degrees up right now. With me, I'm not digital binning. I'm in 1x1 because the chip is so small. When you go digital binning too, you get a really small image. I think Simon Hamner's got the same feeling, Matt, after using his 10C the other night. Simon was a dedicated monochrome camera only, and once he started using the 10C, Rock was conversing with him today. How high is that? Well, that's getting too low. God, I'd love to go see that. Not yet. Okay. M15. Where is Aquila? Okay, I gotta try to find that planetary that Rock was looking at last night, the other night, Saturday night. NGC 6781. More object information. No, that's not. NGC 6781. What? NGC 6781. Yeah, planetary nebula, not okay. Action menu. Interactive atlas.
Telescopes looming to target. Telescope slew complete.
Okay. Gotta bump. Okay, now I'm gonna have to change this to. Okay, so let me go back to a longer exposure. Four thousand. There it is. Son of a gun. Okay. Bingo. Okay. Okay, so let me erase this. And this is pump. NGC 6781. And this is 4 seconds. NGC 6781, that's the planetary in Aquila that I had Rock go to Saturday night. Little ring-shaped planetary. Let me make it darker, raise the black. And now let me see if I can smooth it out. Okay, let's see what happens with the average stacking. It's not bad with this little camera. My dark is not keeping up with everything. I'll have to start taking another dark. That's not bad. What was the other one? 6804 was the other planetary we looked at. NGC 6804. I think that was it. Object information. That's a planetary nebula. Ring structure, action menu, interactive atlas. Okay, this is the one that was smaller. Yeah, it's. I mean, I could try. That's 5. Let me go to 10. What the heck? Let's see what happens. I'm in 4-second mode. I got 10 seconds. 10 stack. Let's see what happens. And I got the sharpness at 100% out of a 500 max. I think it is. Yeah, it's not a uniform circle. It's one spot is less dense than the other, and I don't know why that occurred. I think I forgot to sync on this. Let's see. $67.81. I gotta go back to this object because I want to sync on it. Go back to the atlas. There's the atlas. So now I'm going to sync on that.
Telescope synced.
And now I'm going to go back to 6704. $68.04. 804. Search. More information. Planetary nebula. Action menu. Interactive atlas. Close this. Go here. Okay. So I'm ready to go to it as soon. This is not bad. Yeah, average stacked 10. 4-second exposure. Very nice. If I had the appropriate dark, I think the dark I'm applying, I had like a 1.5-second exposure when I took the dark last week. Well, let me stop the stacking. And now I'm going to go to this target. I think it's about 4 degrees away.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
There it is, right in the dead center. Woohoo! And let me. This one is 6804. It's like 12.5 magnitude. It is 1.1 minutes of arc. It's about 60% the size of the other planetary, the one we're looking at, 6781. So let me put a designation of this is NGC 6804. Okay. And you can zoom in. It doesn't like the 400% zoom, which is the max, considering you only start off at 150% here. Let me make sure I got it totally in the dome. Shutter. Yes. That's right. Yeah, because it's a small chip at 6.3 millimeters, and it's only about was it 0.47 megapixel. So you can't really zoom a lot. It'd be nice if they had a sensor with this sensitivity that was about 2.3 megapixel, like the DS2.3 Plus. But it smooths out nicely. What is the magnitude of the central star? I'm trying to. I think the central star is like. It doesn't say. Well, let's get the information. You can pull it up. Okay. It's magnitude 12.4. Central star is 14.4. Jeff, you talking about getting a DS287c? If so, I have 10 arriving tomorrow or Thursday. The box is somewhere between JFK and here. What was it other one you were going to look for? 6537. Yeah, that would be a killer. So let me do a search. NGC 6537. NGC 6537. Search. More info. 6537. The Red Spider Planetary. Oh, that's minuscule. 5 minutes, seconds of arc. Oh, Lord. No, that's too small. I don't think that would be worth going to ski. Sagitta. Okay, well, what's near Sagitta is the dumbbell. I just lost Sagitta. Wait a minute. Okay, there's the dumbbell. That's almost at the zenith. Okay, well, what the heck? I'll see if I can find it. Let's see. Let me go back. Let me see which side of the meridian's on. NGC 6537, 6537. Search, information, action menu, Atlas. The red spider, huh?
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
No, let me stop the stacking. Ping, ping. Well, maybe at this exposure, it's probably no longer red. Let me go to 2 seconds. 2000. I see the red dot, Ski, I think. Let me see if I can move it to the center what I think it is. You shouldn't lose the histo. You see it right above that star, Ski. It's almost to the center now. I think that's it. I think that's it. So let me erase that. And this is 2 seconds, right? Didn't I change that to 2 seconds? Seconds, and it's NGC, what is it? 6537. Satellite. Red spider. Those who want to know. There it is. That little red dot. 5 arc seconds in diameter. It helps sinking on a target and staying on the same side of the meridian and going from one to the other. Then, even with this small satellites. That's cool. When you have these short exposures, you can watch it. Okay. Well, that's the red spider. Not as good as yours, Matt, when that plane flew through. Well,
Telescope synced.
So I synced on the red spider. And then I'm going to go to the Dumbbell Nebula.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
Am I stacking? Or did I miss? Wow. Default. It's there. Okay. So then let's go. Okay. That's all. So let me go back to 4 seconds. 4, 0, 0. 4 seconds. Eraser, eraser. Boom, 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 boom. 27. Dumbbell Nebula. And now I'm going to start the. Let me raise the histogram black level. About 20, 25. And then lower the white point to about 200 maybe. And do some stacking average. Let's see what happens. Okay. Evening, Daryl. That's cleaning up nicely. I want to see how high in the sky. I haven't tried any galaxies yet. Yep. Yeah, I'm average stacking 10, gains at 20%, and the sharpness is pretty low, 100% out of 500. Okay, where am I? Where am I? There, Keystone. Hey, Will. Yeah, I'm pleased with the way this little camera performs. I'm going to try one last thing tonight. Let me go over to Marcab first, the corner of the square. It's 22 degrees up, and I'm almost due east.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
Okay, let's see if I got Marcab. There it is. Okay, let me move it up. I wish. Rock makes it look so easy. I want to try a little small galaxy in Pegasus 7479, little S-shaped galaxy, just to see how well this camera does on galaxies. Well, that is some beautiful stuff you do, Jeff. You probably couldn't sell those for the time it takes to make them. Okay, let me sync on this. Okay. That's Marcab, and I'm going to sync it on this.
Telescope synced.
Okay, now where did that galaxy go I was looking for? Oh, there it is. 7479. Sync.
Telescope slewing to target.
Galaxy is...
Telescope slew complete.
Boy, it's low. How low is that? That's 21 degrees up. It's, boy, is it low. I'm still at 4 seconds, right? Yep. Okay, let me turn off there, and let me see if I can get anything about... Oh, I may need a longer exposure with this baby. Or higher altitude. Let me go look and see if there's any haze in that direction in the sky. I think we're fighting a couple of different things. I think there's some haze down low. So let me stop this hack. Pump, pump. I went to 6 seconds. I don't know if that's going to do anything or not. Besides, kill it. That's not going to work. Nope. 5 seconds. It's just too low, folks. Yep, I have to wait for a night when it gets higher. Yeah, the galaxies of spring, of fall, haven't gotten high enough. Oh well, that'll have to be some other time. Well, guys and gals, I am going to shut it down for tonight. Glad y'all could stop by. I wasn't supposed to have clear weather. It's not perfectly clear, but it's better than nothing. Until next time, folks. Glad y'all could stop by. And have a good evening. Good night for now.